Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are back again to show you some dope stats. Now, we're going to be touching on legendary pull rates in CoD because I started seeing quite a few people on the CoD Discord, even in some of the in-game chats, that were talking about some changes from the recent update and how the pull rates for legendary heroes are now not that good. And to show you that, right, we go into the arena and you can look at the gold chest. When I look at the preview here for what the pull rates are, you can see it shows up here, right, 0.996, I mean pretty much 1% if we round. And this is for a full pool, right? So that means if you land one of these, right, it's going to give you the whole thing. Just pretty much for anyone else for the most part. So that means that if you get one, right, you're going to get 10. And then it shows you again the flat ports. You can see there's no like individual shards here, individual sculpts. So this was something, and again, I'm going to show you this on Discord. I'm going to show you some of the stats and some of the data. You are going to be amazed. And for those that play other games, this could be a big reason on why you may decide to come over and check out CoD. Before we get started, and I show you all the good stuff, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. And of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. And remember, we got new videos coming out every day at 14 UTC, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay. So let's start off first, before I show you guys all the goodies, right? Let's start off with just some example posts. And this isn't to call anyone out, but just to, give some reference context so people don't just think that I'm, making stuff up here. You see, as an example, right, when you do a full pull, you see you're getting 10, right? This person said this is 10 gold keys. What is this? This person here, right, the worst update. And then if we scroll up a little bit more, right, people talking about how, it's got a little bit more pay to win. We have some people talking about, we'll ride it out till global just to see. Right, people saying, COD's not free to play friendly. And again, right, there was quite a few just general posts and talks about, same thing with like the dark chest and other parts as well. But now let's go down and show you here, right, what exactly we're talking about. So here's the hard data, right, where I tell people I went into Rock, I looked at Infinity Kingdom, and someone even mentioned Warpath a little farther down. We'll see if we can find that one for you. But in short, Call of Dragons has the best pull rates for legendary heroes, commanders, immortals, whatever you want to refer to them as, across these three games. And I even show you screenshots of each. So here's Rise of Kingdoms, where you can see the legendary commander pull rate is at 0.80566, right? That's really what the average should be down here. If we look at Infinity Kingdom, you can see that you basically have these individual pull rates, right? These are the actual pull rates per, and it's misleading because they say 2% chance, but what that really is if you add up all the individual people here, it adds to 2%. The same thing here. This adds to, I think, 1.93, but you're not getting 1.93% pulls. You're getting these individual pull rates. And that's exactly what I showed here. When you look at IK, you can see, right, the best pull rate that you can get in IK is for 2 or 3, right? 0.19 is the best one. And then if you're looking at it here in Rock, right, you're seeing 0.02, all these other ones, right? COD, these ones are all 1. So you can see that there essentially is, a big difference when you're looking at it. Now, this is only about a 0.2 difference, right, when you think about it, but that's still, you're looking at 0.2, that's a 25%, right, about a 25% increase in pull rate from Rock to COD. The difference is, and this is what I really want to be specific and explain here, is that the reason why you're not seeing a plethora of higher legendary pools right now in COD is because the hero pool is super small, right? You have, what is it, five legendaries, right? That are in, or sorry, is it four? My bad. This is why I have to remember. Yes, so let's look at this. It's four legendaries, right? Out of nine. And then you also have to look at the elites, right? So let's go back here just so I can give you an example, right? You have four legendaries that you have an opportunity to pull. You have, let me do some math here, 3, 6, 7. And then you have 3 other heroes as the elite. So you have 10 non-legendary heroes and 4 legendaries, right? So out of 14 heroes, right, you have a 1% chance to possibly pull one of the legendaries. Remember, more legendaries will eventually get added to gold chests. And when they do, remember, because the game is in beta, right, you will then have a higher chance of pulling more legendaries. So part of it, and again, that's just why part of the percentages are low, because you have more of the other, you have more non-legendaries than you have legendary heroes right now. However, the pull rate is still better in COD than it is in Rock by almost 25% more. So again, I want to just heed some words of words of wisdom, some words of caution. I very much enjoy going to look at data, pull stats, and then provide something that is tangible, that can be visually explained, so that way we're not just saying whatever we want, right? I think it's very important that we apply and do our due diligence in scenarios and situations where it would be relevant and benefit. And if we scroll down a little bit, right, people are, talking about, what, I was like, bueno, yeah. I think Fish is like, yeah, no, we know. But someone mentioned something about, and I'm going to have to find it here, because someone said something about Warpath. And yeah, so someone said this, right? Nikes asked about Warpath, and where it says, let me see here. Right, gold statues. I don't know if this is it. 5.28 maybe, because I'm looking at the breakdowns here for, because you can look at the breakdowns, right? So 10 statues of these is what you would get for, and that's what we were really looking at, right? Was like the individual heroes, right? What were those average pools? And so here you can see it's 0.02, right? One's 0.03. So even in Warpath, right, it's still less, because sometimes what some of the games may trick you on, and we touched on, and I explained this a little bit before in the video when we were talking about IK, is that they have these individual stats, but then they add all of those up, and it's misleading when you really think about it, because it's not, the pull rate isn't 1.93 in that example, right? This is the individual pull rate per hero, or in that game's case, per immortal. So I'm just not a fan of when they do it that way. But yeah, man, it's just, and so anyways, I really wanted to show that off, because I thought it was really important to share with the community, so people aren't going around, with the wrong impression and being misled by others who are not actually providing any facts, any supportive evidence to back up what they're saying, and it's just pure conjecture, right? I just don't think that's right. Now, if you don't like, or let's just say you think that the rate needs to be higher than 1%, then my thing is, just go out there and get some evidence, right? Go look at other games and look at what the rate is there, or come up with a rational and logical argument for why the rate should be higher than 1%, right? Personally, I don't see anything wrong with the rate right now, especially for those that were talking about how it is better in Rock, or how the update isn't that good, what does that then say about all the other games who have a lower pull rate than COD right now? Now, maybe there's some games that have a higher pull rate than COD, right? It's not as though we went and we looked at Lords Mobile or State of Survival or any of the other Kingdom Builders, right? So my pool is somewhat small when it comes to comparing. However, Rock arguably is the biggest kingdom builder out there on the market, and you could argue most successful, most actively played, right? So kind of using that as our premium exhibit to compare to is relevant in and of itself. And that's not to say in any means that Rock is bad, COD is good, but I do like to show the data off, and I think that's important because I also believe that tells a good story. With that in mind, that is it for me. I would love to know what you guys think about this, right? Did you think that Rock had better legendary pull rates than COD did? Does the data shock you? Does it surprise you? Does it not surprise you? After seeing this data, are you now potentially more interested in coming over to check out COD? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. That is it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Until next time, I will catch you guys later.